Hello and welcome to pmclounge.com. In this video, we are talking about the 5 things that all project managers do on a daily basis. By the way, this video comes from our Lounging Around series, which is basically all about real life project management. So if you're a PMP aspirant or someone who's preparing for CAPM, PMI, ACP, or any other such project management related certification, you will not find this series, the videos in this series helpful, but obviously we have a lot of other videos. You can check out our playlist section. You can check out our website pmclounge.com for articles, and you can obviously prepare for those certification exams. But there are several of our community members who are real life project managers and they love these videos. They share their comments, their suggestions about these videos, and they also suggest topics that we should be covering. So in order to go over all the videos that we have done in the Lounging Around series, if I have not said it earlier, check out the first link in the description. That is where you will find all such videos. Today, we are talking about the 5 things that every project manager does on a daily basis. And these are not groundbreaking 5 things. You, as a project manager, might be doing these every single day, but I would love to know the your own mix, right? I would love to know how you actually perform these activities, and that is going to help the entire community as well. So let's start off with number one. No points for guessing here. Check project status. That is the number one thing all project managers do on a daily basis. Now, project status, it changes every day, sometimes even multiple times a day. So project status is something that you as a project manager need to be on top of. And it is possible that you present the project status only once a week with your leadership team or with the customer. But as a project manager, like I said earlier, you should be the one who should have the latest status and you should always be on top of it. Now, at any given time, you may have fires that you are fighting, so you need to check the status of all the fires that you're fighting. Now, if you're lucky enough not to have any fires, then you can always check out the activities or tasks on the critical path, because their delay would actually derail the entire project. You can also check on the deliverable wise status if your project has several deliverables, and the team could be actively working on some of these deliverables. So you can check out the status of each deliverable as well. Now, one key point to note here is to ensure that while you're checking the project status, you're obviously reaching out to your project team members, right? And you should not overwhelm the project team members with unending probing questions. They should not feel like they are being micromanaged, or even worse, they should not feel like you don't even trust them to deliver, right? So it is always best to let the team members know the intention behind you reaching out to them for the status. An example could be, since you are the single point of contact for the project, uh, there are multiple stakeholders and you are the single point of contact. So all these stakeholders are going to reach out to you with questions around the status of the project. So if you have that status handy, it will help you cover the the answers to those questions for the entire team, and you don't have to reach out to the project team members every time a question comes up. All right, so that was the first thing. Check project status. Number two on the list is check communication tools. And before you jump the gun and feel that this is about checking your emails, it is not just your emails, right? If you need something from someone urgently, what would you do? Would you drop them an email? Of course not. You would either walk up to them if you are co-located, or you might give them a phone call. So if it isn't urgent enough, the next thing that you might do is, it is not urgent enough to warrant a call, then you might drop them a direct message. It could be on Microsoft Teams or any other messenger service that your organization uses for internal communication. Then after all these comes an email. So when you start checking out your communication tools, you should also follow this order. Start with your phone. Are there any notifications related to your project? Are there any missed calls that you need to get back to? Are there any voice messages that you need to get back to, right? So start with your phone, then check your messenger. Are there any DMs that you might have missed? And after you're done with these two, that is when you should come up to emails, so that you are getting back on issues that are auto prioritized. The one thing that you need to understand here when checking communication tools is your intention behind doing this. Your intention and your goal in checking your communication tools is to make sure that you have your eyes on wherever or whatever thing or whatever activity that your team needs you. So you should have your eyes on that activity or that task. That is the whole intent behind checking communication tools. A quick reminder, if you're looking for some practice questions that can help you with your PMP, ACP, CAPM exams, then you can head over to pmclounge.com/PMP practice questions. Everything's free. Prepare for meetings. Now, here's the thing. There are several people out there that feel that meetings are totally useless. But here's the reality. The reality is that meetings are a constant in your calendar and pretty much everyone else's calendar too. You cannot actually get away from your daily scrums and customer check-ins and meetings like these, right? So the best thing that you should do here in this situation when meetings are totally unavoidable is to prepare for meetings. Now, as a project manager, you need to be prepared for these meetings well in advance, because it is not just about yourself. It is not just about you having the data that you need to present. It is not just about you having the status that you need to present. It is also about the agenda of the meeting, right? Something that you need to send out in advance, so the people who are coming to the meetings, they know what the agenda is, they know what is expected from them, they come prepared, right? So you should basically convey your expectations from the meeting to everyone. It could be a simple agenda email, it could be a simple action items that they need to basically perform before coming to the meeting, whatever that works for you. But make sure that you are preparing for your meetings well in advance. So now that you are prepared for the meetings, the next thing to do is to actually go to these meetings, right? 90% of your job as a project manager is to communicate, and meetings are actually a great tool to communicate with several stakeholders at the same time. As a project manager, your job is to be a bridge between the customer and the project team. The customer here, mind you, need not always be an external entity. It could be someone within your organization who is your customer for a particular project. And then you have the project team. You are the bridge between these two. And as a bridge, it is very, very important that you are present in the meetings, every single meeting where these two people are present, right? These two people, when I say these two people, I mean the customer and your project team. Now, at the same time, it is also very, very likely that you are the host of these meetings. So you obviously have to be there. Now, in addition to updates and project visibility, there is another goal of meetings, and that is building relationships, building trust, and simply understanding more about your stakeholders. So, like I said earlier, meetings, they are unavoidable, but they are extremely important as well. Number five is work. And you might think, are you saying that the four things that we did prior to this number five, were they not related to work? Of course, they were work too. But when I say work here, I mean your daily, day-to-day activities and actions that you need to take to run the show. Generate reports, update internal project management tools, share status of the project, review incoming and upcoming work items related to your projects. All these are your day-to-day tasks that you perform as a project manager. And you may want to dedicate a couple of hours of your afternoon to these activities, because mornings are usually packed with meetings. In fact, your work items, your day-to-day tasks can also be very well scheduled on your calendar so you don't miss out on them. So here's the question before I let you go. What would you add to this list? Is there something that you do on a day-to-day basis and you were not able to find on this list? Let me know in the comments. Definitely looking forward to your answers. So those were the 5 things project managers are expected to do on a daily basis. I hope you got value out of this video. Do like, share, subscribe. If you like our work, consider contributing at pmclounge.com/contribute, or you can also use the thanks button that YouTube provides. Check out our website pmclounge.com for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.